Do we talk about it? Do we get to the worst beat that maybe we've had on this podcast?
I think we have to have, well, first of all, yes, because I promised the people I wasn't going to do it yesterday, but I have to do it today. So, okay, Saturday was not a good day. There's no way to spit shine a turd. My triumphant week one, the betting gods came for the rent. I want to talk Razor's Edge, but not before we talk about the game. The reviews poured in. The BGB, for the new listeners, I break out what we call a big game bet. And it's a bet where I'm going to bet more on the game than a standard number. And last year, I only had 10 of these all year long through college and pro. So over the course of, 20 some odd weeks of NFL plus playoffs and 15 or 16 in college, I had 10. I went 9-1 or 10-1, whatever it was. We upgraded Texas Tech on Friday. We did the episode, and I upgraded it to the BGB. Texas Tech getting 6.5 at home, bounce back spot, road Bo Nix. So all night, Texas Tech is a winner. Oregon never was able to distance themselves. I'm just giving people context because I don't want to be presumptuous that they watched. Fast forward to the end. Now, Tech is up 30-28.
Yep.
They kick the ball. Now, Oregon comes down. They hit a field goal with about a minute to go.
Puts them up one.
And they're up 31-30.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting 6.5.
We're right where we need to be.
Being that I am a bettor, Jim was over watching the game. We both knew. We knew.
The only way we lose.
We knew. It was like if we were in the crow's nest of the Titanic looking deep into the distance, into the dark, cold night over the Atlantic Ocean. We saw the iceberg. Jim utters the following phrase: the only way we lose is some crazy shit. I said, Jim.
Fumble 6, pick 6.
And then I said to you, you lose this game like this, it's a Scott Van Pelt bad beats on SportsCenter.
Mm-hmm.
Tech gets the ball, about, 45 seconds to go. They got a timeout. And it happens. They throw a pick 6. But here's the problem. It wasn't just the interception. If you're the Oregon player who intercepts the ball, what are you doing?
Fall down.
Because think about it. Scoring there only puts you up 38-30. And Tech's getting the ball right back with a timeout. Meaning your defense has to go on the field. So forget about just incurring injury. Mm-hmm. You still have to win the game. Versus fall over, game's over. Now, if you think I'm calling the wambulance, it played out exactly like this. Oregon ends up having Tech come down the field, and they have to survive a Hail Mary to the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
That pick 6, that way, in that situation, that is the worst college football beat of my life. That is the worst. I only have one comparative in my gambling life, and maybe I've lived a charmed life in that regard. Not that I'm some kind of fabulous bettor, but that I just haven't incurred beats like that. Jim, I got to go back probably about 7 years. March Madness, Notre Dame's playing Butler. And it's like a 4.5 or 5.5 point line. And I got Notre Dame. Notre Dame is up by 6. They're at the line. Remember Josh Auguste?
Mm-hmm.
He misses the free throw. There's like 2 or 3 seconds left. Somehow Butler has the ghost of Tyus Edney. Layup at the buzzer, blows the cover, kills me. It was stupidest, dumbest, bullshit, awful beat ever. Texas Tech, you were there. I was a ghost. And I know I got to do a better job of not caring. All I thought about was, oh my God, I have failed my public. I have failed Cash the Ticket Nation. I have started 0-1 on the BGB. And it's with the worst goddamn cosmic beat ever. I was livid. You were the kid. I see dead people.
Yes.
You were gone.
I was speechless. I was like, this, because as a gambler, you're like, what's the Galifianakis gif with all the math going on in your head? This is how it's going to end. And then it actually does, and I'm speechless. I'm like, we just died on the dumbest shit possible.
I was Arnold Schwarzenegger, kindergarten cop, when none of the kids would listen. And eventually he roid raged on them. Not like this, not f***ing like this. God effing this. I was just like, no. Michael Scott, no.
And then we have Rico chuckling, you do the show with Rico in Detroit. He doesn't do the point spreads. He's like, does the fight song play? Give me winners and losers. And he's watching us melt down over this.
Real brave way to play. Do they sing the fight song? I don't know. Go f*** yourself. What's the worst bad beat of your life? If tech is the worst bad beat I've incurred.
I can't think of one worse than that. Just because you're right. Even if he throws the pick, you fall down.
There's no reason
it
to return. It
required like 3 different stupid dominoes to fall simultaneously.
And if you're... I don't even want to go back to the type of interception it was. I'll just leave it alone.
He's getting hit, and it's a dumb throw in the first place. It's
Jim,
not a throw that's going to be down the field or near the sideline. It's like like an over-the-middle, shallow route.
You know what it is? Talk razor's edge. And again, the numbers are the numbers. Like, I'm a big believer the right side is the winning side, but Jim does make the point. If you bet Oregon in that game, you should bless the money you won because you had no right winning it.
Well, that's us with the Jets. There is a right side and a wrong side, and I don't think it's always the winning side.
No.
I think if you bet the Bills, you should have won that game on Monday night. And if you bet Texas Tech on Saturday night, you should have won. Now, it just so happens to feel like we don't get the Jets games near as often as we get the Tech games.
That's right. But
but as long as we're betting the side that should win most of the time.
It's the roller coaster of emotion.
I know.
And it's why I'm glad we're not in the pod solstice where there's football every night. I needed the break.